See? It's fine. It's not really
funny though.
I'll text it.
By the way, we've been recording.
Oh, fuck. Watermelon chili.
No rush.
Oh, chilling.
chilling.
I'm like,
Chilling.
that would be
Sounded
something that mom had.
just like
I
watermelon
don't
chili.
have any ingredients for chili, but I have watermelon. You need to be off your phone, though.
I'm not gonna be on my phone.
And I might have
Stay
to
on the
poop
phone
at
and be
some
like,
point.
this is recording. No, I've been serious. I'll cut all this
Delete
out.
the footage.
I'll cut-
But you'll be mad at me one day and post this.
Anything.
Except the watermelon chili. Oh yeah, bring the bearded dragon out here. The chickens love me because they're like, the food lady. All right, so I'm trying to not freak out, but I'm freaking out a little bit just because usually I talk like this, like funny, stupid shit with friends. That's all what I used to do, but this has to be like a storytelling thing-ish. So I'm having a little bit of anxiety about that, and it's making me
But
want
it
to
should be funny though. It should be funny.
All right, look, this is what people are saying. Look, that's my internet friend.
Feel like you're ready to. It's like jump.
Well,
rope.
I'm just
Ready
saying,
to
like,
hop in
I'm
it.
feeling anxious because usually when I would do this, it would just be us bullshitting.
Right.
So, but now
Yeah,
I feel
but now
like
you
I'm
have,
on
like-
the spot. Wait, can we do like a cold opening?
How's
This is fucking SNL.
yeah, you
No, I mean if you just do a cold opening, I feel like it's like a
yeah.
anyway.
Well, yeah. But so like, do you have something you want to like?
No, that could be it. Just that.
Oh yeah.
Could,
like,
can we do a cold opening?
you just-
I was 17 years old. That's when I started to struggle with mental health issues, and I got like super depressed and anxious. And when you're that young, you have no idea like what's going on with you. You just like are like, I'm crazy, or like you feel. I just wanted to like not hang out with friends and not do things that I really liked. And then I asked mom and dad if they asked my mom and dad. I asked my mom and dad if I could get a dog, and my mom said no, absolutely not. And my dad took me to meet this puppy at AWA, and no, it was the animal orphanage. And he was so cute. He was a puppy, and he was with all Rottweiler puppies. And I was terrified of Rottweilers because of Eric's dog that chased me down the street.
Don't run.
Yeah, that's what he would say.
What did you do?
I ran. And I ran so fast into the house and shut the door with my foot because he's like, stop. She was going to eat us. We've all experienced it. It was terrifying. Didn't listen. So, I didn't want any Rottweiler puppies, but there was this scraggly looking dog. And I said, I love this dog, and I would like to name him Jack. And my dad talked my mom into letting me get Jack, and he was wonderful for like my depression issues that I had immediately. Like I took him everywhere with me, although he hated the car. That's the reason I wanted to get him, was because I just wanted to like have a little pal with me anywhere I went. And he would cry in the car, and he would be like, Lahainga, Lahainga.
How do you spell that?
I don't know. Lahainga. I don't know. I don't know what language it is, but it was pathetic and sad, and
Poodle.
he was a poodle. We should have done his DNA, but we didn't end up doing his DNA. I wish we did. He was a great dog. Adorable. Unfortunately, in my mix of mental health issues, I ended up in the opioid epidemic, and I went to Florida to get some help, and during my time there I met someone who was much older than me that basically groomed me. He was almost 30 and I was 18, and still always like animals brought me like so much joy when I was going through all this stuff. So I had adopted 2 cats, and they were like my world. And I got pregnant very young. I was 20, and I kind of was just in this like whirlwind of like drama and chaos with this individual who was a really horrible person. And I was so young and so brainwashed that like I will never be anybody, and I ruined my life. I just stayed on that path in my mind for so long. I did we moved from Florida back to New Jersey, where I lived in Seaside Heights. I met many star from Jersey Shore out and about. Didn't know who those people were, and saw them out when I went out. And I had one daughter at the time. She was 2. We lived in Seaside Heights. Then we moved to Seaside Park, which was a much quieter, not like party area. Again, still in this super abusive relationship, and just like the cops were called. We were losing our home, whatever. We had that was in Seaside Heights. So Seaside Park, when we moved there, it was like a calmer setting. He was getting his life together, whatever. I would go to animal shelters all the time and be like, I want this dog, but I can't get it because whatever. So I was working at Charlotte Russe at the time.
Good chicken name.
It's a good chicken name, and I will put that in the back pocket for next chicken.
We're not allowed to have any more chickens, but
when I can have more chickens, I don't give a shit. I'll get more chickens. I saw this dog at the shelter the one time, and she was a little white and orange dog. And I had been going to shelters for years and just been like, I love the dogs. I want one so bad. And this one dog, she was laying by herself, and she got up when I walked up to the kennel, and she put her little hand on the cage and looked at me, and I said, could I see her? And they let me see her, and I was like so in love with her. I loved her so much. And this was in 2009. So I think they've done a better like scope of who's adopting dogs now. And it's a good thing, because I don't know that we were really qualified to have her, because we were renting a place and they didn't really look into that. Anyway, my ex at the time, the kid's dad, not knowing, like, I didn't know he was doing this, he picked her up from the shelter and he brought her to pick me up from work. And I had that dog for 14, 15 years. And I used to say she was my middle daughter. She did everything with me. She went through every stage of life with me. She was there when, like, during the toughest times of my life, leaving that relationship finally, moving back in with my parents, moving into my own apartment. I had a lot of crazy custody issues where just, not because of me, but because of their father was so terrible. He would use the kids as leverage and the dog as leverage. I mean, he used to tell me he was going to let her out in the middle of traffic. I mean, it was horrible. But finally I broke away and I was able to get my own apartment, and she helped me make that apartment a home. And I have pictures of her laying in this bin of clothes that I had taken, and she was I was like painting, and she was just like chilling with me. I have pictures of her. It was just me and her there at the time. I was cooking her steak dinners. We would watch movies together. Like, she was my life partner, and I was going through like such a
Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay, yeah. There's a horrible custody issue going on. I wasn't able to see my kids. My mom wasn't speaking to me because this man was so manipulative. He turned her against me. So I did not come to my family's for Thanksgiving. I was in a bar. I lived in a bar, in the back of a bar. And
did everybody know your name? Like Cheers?
No, because I didn't go to the bar. Because it was a biker bar.
Right.
One time I went there and I watched the Eagles game by myself, and I had one beer and I had a grilled chicken and broccoli, because I was bodybuilding at the time. I used to be a bodybuilder. And big Eagles fans. Always been big Eagles fans.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. So I got strep throat on Thanksgiving, actually. So there was I had nothing for my apartment, and I went on Black Friday, and I needed a crock pot and something else. And a TV. I needed a crock pot and a TV. So it was like a crazy Black Friday sale. I went and got a chicken pot pie dog meal and a frozen meal for myself. and that was our Thanksgiving that we had. And I was sick. I had 104 fever, and I went anyway because I wanted us to have a little Thanksgiving meal. And we did. We had a, she was my rock at that point, and like.
Say her name. I don't think you've said her name.
Her name was Darla. And
That's
if
the
you
girl.
if you followed me for a long time, you know about Darla. Darla was my first girl.
She's
My
a
first-
ring bearer.
She was my wedding. She was in our wedding. And I was so depressed at this time.
Not at the wedding.
Not, I was like, not like contemplating, but I was so depressed. I thought, maybe if I just take my seatbelt off, I had no access to my kids at the time, and maybe if I just take my seatbelt off and ram into a tree, like, then this is done and over. And I just thought, like, nobody will know that Darla's alone. And so she saved my life. She really did, in more ways than not. So fast forward to, she was in our wedding. She moved a million times with me. We finally bought a house. And she had a backyard, a beautiful backyard.
She ended up liking me more than you.
She did. She loved Kevin. He would make her, she started getting older and sicker, so he would make her, we called it fresh. So he would make all these meals from scratch for her.
Ground turkey, veggies, eggs, eggshells. It was bomb.
It was,
She was
she
all
loved
about
it. Unfortunately, she passed away on my birthday. She was so sick. It was Columbus Day. I had a really long day of work. I came home. She was in the same spot I left her.
Indigenous Peoples Day.
I'm sorry, yes. I don't know, some day that I had. It was the day
Your
after.
birthday.
It was the day after. But it was
More importantly, your birthday.
It was my birthday, yeah. So I had to work this really long, horrible day, which I should have just called out. If you have an issue with your animal and you think that they need you, call out of work if you can, because
PSA?
that was my PSA.
Yeah.
Because that's like a huge regret that I have, that I didn't call out. I had that mean boss then, and I didn't call out because she was like, it's the day after a holiday, so I didn't want to disappoint.
You're listening to this. You know who you are.
You know how you are.
Toxic.
And she was so sick, and we had to put her down that night. She couldn't even walk anymore, and it was a horrible, horrible loss. And so so my birthday just sucked, because like, how do you come back from that? So a couple days later, Kevin and I went out to, I think it was the day after, because we didn't really celebrate my birthday. I mean, all of you guys came over, my friends and family came over, which was so kind. They came over at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, because it was, everybody knew Darla. And,
Hey, Brittany was there.
yeah, there was like a bunch of people there. It was really nice. And, I said, like, I stayed in bed the next day, like I was just crying and wailing. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I was so sad. That was so horrible. And we went out to dinner to Casa Nostra. Shout out, delicious food at Marlton. And he said, I think we should get another dog. And I said, I don't think we can even have this conversation till after the first of the year. Maybe we'll revisit. And so the next day, that's when you were building the she shed. You were in the back building the she shed, and I was in bed, and I was just like crying. And then you went to work the next day. That's what it was. And I was all alone in the house without her. And it felt, if anybody's lost a dog, you know how loudly deafening it is. Like, it is, you're used to hearing even just like a click, 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 or like, waking up. And I mean, if you follow me, I'm like in my dog's face 24/7. Like, I'm singing to them or whatever. And, I was just hysterical. So I said, all right, I'll just look at rescue dogs. And I went on, and I saw Deborah, and her name was Allie, and she looked, the first dog I looked at looked just like Darla. And I was like, I'm putting in an application for her. So I did, and I put Kevin's phone number, because I felt like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. And they called him.
I was on a roof, on a customer's roof, and I answered the phone, and they said,
Her name was Allie at the time.
What time do you want to come see Allie? And I said, I'm sorry, who? And they said, we got an application to come see a dog. And I said, oh, okay. We'll come after work.
So we did. We went after work and we fell in love with her immediately. And she came home with us. And then we got Roger 3 months later in December, who had all sorts of problems. My brother, who's our producer, can attest to that. It was bad. He had like serious aggression issues that we didn't know about. And I think any other person would have returned him or put him down or, I mean, I think that I got him for a reason because I didn't give up. And he bit me in the eye. That's why I have this little mark here. And he's lovely and everybody fell in love with him and he's a wonderful dog. I know you guys love him, but like you could never like meet him because he might bite you. And then Phyllis. Phyllis also kind of looks like Darla. I just was like on their site. You know, I follow them on Instagram. So I was on their site and
It's like a filter when you're looking at the dogs. It looks like Darla.
No, it just
took
happened to
that
me.
off.
Well, actually, I was like, clicked on this one dog. I was like, oh, this dog is so cute. And I was gonna like have like fill out an application for it. This would be number 3 dog. We've only had 2 dogs at once, right? Well, we had Mitzi, Jack, and Darla at the same time, right? For a little.
No, I don't think Mitzi
Yeah, Mitzi.
was in that part of that Venn diagram. She might have been at
I don't
the
know.
tail end, but she
At the tail end, maybe. Yeah, she knew Darla, I think.
We gotta dig up the
I don't know.
death certificates.
Yeah, I don't know. But she so I scrolled a little bit further and I saw Phyllis and I was like, oh my God. And I put in an application and they called me right away and they were like, all right, come get her. So all of these dogs have been sight unseen, other than Deborah. We met her first and she was being fostered in New Jersey. But these are all dogs from Corpus Christi, Texas, or around that area. The South and like areas like that, they have no dog laws, like animal laws, so you can treat them like they're your property. You can't get in trouble whatsoever with them. So I think it's really important to go after dogs that are in a situation where literally they're putting down thousands and thousands of dogs like constantly. So Phyllis actually was going to be euthanized. She was 5 months old, 6 months old. Her birthday is my birthday, which is when Darla died. And I will tell you, she is very much like Darla. Very much like Darla. Darla was bad as a puppy. She was bad. I'm like, Kevin, you missed that, but she was bad. Darla was 1 when I got her, but she was bad. There's a cardinal right there.
That's your dad.
Cool. Yeah, Darla was there for when my dad died too. That was like a really horrible time in my life. Anyway, dogs are so healing. So anyway, got Phyllis, and then I had 3 dogs, and then we found out Deborah had cancer. And we had her about a year.
No, we got
or so.
Vivian
Well, we got Vivian because
to
we
play
found
with Phyllis.
because we knew Deborah wasn't going to make it. She had lymphoma. They wanted us to put her down on the spot, and we said no. We did chemo. She had a little oncologist, and yeah, we tried.
Shout out to Dr. Buss.
Yeah, Dr. Buss
the
at
man.
North Star in Maple Shade is an amazing oncologist. So kind, and
Was he the same doctor when Deborah got sick that you took him to? Because didn't she had cancer and then like didn't have it? Oh, 'cause of
yeah.
lymph- 'cause
So
of
it went in
lymph.
like remission. It like shrunk. The cancer shrunk so
Yeah.
much. So we thought really we're like, okay. They told us we had maybe a year with her with treatments, but I was reading like some dogs go 5 years, some dogs. So I was like, no, we're trying this. We went on vacation with her. We take all our dogs on vacation. We went on vacation with her. We came home about a week later. She got bit by a tick, and she got Lyme's disease, which I had her vaccinated for. I don't know. I don't want to like do propaganda like it was because of that, and everyone told me it's not because of that. But I would never do a vaccine like Lyme's disease ever again. It had just come out.
Dog anti-vaxxer.
I'm a dog anti-vaxxer. I don't know. I just love them so much. I don't know. It's not propaganda. I just feel like that was probably not a good move because she got bit by a tick caused this huge red mark. They said she had Lyme's. They're going to treat her for Lyme's. Darla had Lyme's, and she got treated for them, was fine. And she ended up dying a couple weeks after that, and she wouldn't eat anymore, and it was a hard loss. But we had Vivian. We had Vivian at that time also. So now we have Roger, Phyllis, Vivian, and then after, go ahead, you tell us.
Well, so I think maybe a month or two before that, we met Riggs again at the dog park. We've met him before. And the woman that had brought him there asked if we would take Riggs because his mom was elderly and she had to go in assisted living, yada yada, and we agreed. And Brittany set up this time to meet with the mom and take Riggs, and it just so happened to be the day after we had to put Deborah down.
Yeah, so Deborah died, and then we went and got Riggs, and I was like, oh my god, this is too soon. And yeah, he was
I said this isn't going to be like a sad thing, right?
it was
She's
so
like, "No,
sad.
it's not gonna
It
be
was so sad.
Yeah, we go there. So sad.
It was so sad.
She's like, my baby boy. Oh.
It was really sad. And he was kept in a laundry room for most of his life. He's 7 now. So for 6 years of his life, he was kept in a laundry room because he bad.
I get it.
Yeah,
I totally
no,
get it.
I would
We
never
wouldn't do that,
I would
but
never
totally
do that,
get
but
it.
he takes things off the counters. He eats
He inhaled
everything
my fries.
yes, he eats everything in sight. He's
He's
not
probably eaten 24 bagels since we've had him.
Oh my god, it's
I know.
so crazy. People will be like,
I
he's
haven't
so
eaten
fat, and I'm
more
like,
bagels in my life.
yeah. I mean, I can't. He just ate Eve's crumb cake that she made a homemade crumb cake. That's her new thing is baking. She sent me a picture of it. Doesn't this look great? And she came in. She goes, "Oh my god!" He like launches himself, and
He's like
it's
a,
crazy, like
like an
Free
orca?
Willa.
Yeah.
Well, Free Willa.
He's like Free Willa.
He's like Free Willa. Yeah, but he
He does this like back arch. And he
he
like
does.
a,
It's unbelievable.
high jump.
Yeah,
Right?
he's a high
Yeah,
jumper.
high jump.
I could put him in the Olympics.
The bad boy of the
But anyway,
of the
he has a great life. He needed to be with friends
Agile.
too.
Agile
He
bad boy.
loves Phyllis. He loves his brothers and sisters. He's great with other animals, except chickens. I wouldn't have him around chicken. He bit my chicken. Yeah.
Hungry boy.
Yeah, exactly. He wanted to eat my chicken. Jessa.
He doesn't understand.
And then
You smell familiar.
Kevin was so depressed about Deborah. I said, if you want to get another dog, you could pick it out, because I always pick out all the dogs. So he went online and he picked out Gemma. And I said, really, that one? Because usually we have low riding. Like the Beagle was the first one with like the longer legs. So I said, okay. He said, I could tell by her eyes, like, that's my
In
girl.
the picture.
So
I
we
can see
got
that.
her sight unseen. We went and picked her up on a Saturday morning. And
She hugged me the whole time.
I was filling out adoption forms and everything, and I text him like, how do you like Gemma? And he said, I love her. She's hugging me, and she is the sweetest dog. She loves people. She loves to be with people, and she loves us. And
That's the girl.
yeah, so
Now she's friends with Strahan.
Yeah.
now
knows Michael
she's
Strahan.
friends with Michael Strahan, or Michael Strahan knows who she is, which is crazy. And actually, millions of people know who she is, which is wild. Yeah,
She's an Eagles fan. Sorry,
they're all
Mike.
Eagles fans. Sorry, they are.
Yeah.
Sorry, they all came from Texas, but they Eagles fans.
I don't know who Corpus Christi is fans of. Is
I
it?
don't know. We take them all on
Texas?
vacation with us. We have a
Yeah,
camper,
Dallas.
and they're coming on vacation with us. Well, we're dropping our daughter off at college, and they're coming with. Are you talking about how much you hate me?
The pizza's
Yeah.
here also.
Oh,
He texted me, I'm ringing your doorbell, but no one is answering.
I'll go.
No.
Yeah.
And he's still just standing there?
I don't know. I said leave it at the door. I said we're doing a podcast, leave it at the door. No, I didn't say that.
Cut all that shit out, whatever I just said.
Don't cut that out.
Yeah, cut
Just
it
in
out.
case.
Anyway, I think that's what we're all. I feel like that. How long? I mean, from the.
That's I think it's about
A little bit under a half hour.
I do have a dog that I want to feature every
end of
episode.
Yeah, you just gotta send me like photos.
Okay,
and
so
stuff
I'm
like
gonna
that.
tell you a little bit about this dog. So let me find him real quick. So I went to AWA yesterday, and I asked for the resident that's been there the longest, and I want to try to advocate for getting him.
AWA is in.
It's in Voorhees, New Jersey.
That was what's the name?
His name is Scott Pilgrim, and I met him.
Good movie.
He's been in there since November 19th of last year.
Sad.
They have him out often in the waiting area and like the entrance, and he is so chill, very calm, very good with all people. He is 4 years old. He's a lab retriever mix. It says he has high energy. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna read you his bio. He likes shredding stuffies, likes bully sticks, and loves Thanksgiving turkey. He is. I don't know why this poll thing is on here. Cut this out. I can't read. I can't read this.
She can't read.
I can't read.
He's a good boy.
He's a good
and
boy.
He's available for
So
adoption.
anyway, the reason that they're saying that he's probably in there when you approach his kennel, he gets very nervous. I mean, when dogs are in kennels, and this is why people go and have them go into fosters, is they get so anxious and so when you approach his kennel, he starts barking at you, and like that's kind of a deterrent for people that there's lots of puppies there. They're like happy to see you. He is a great dog. I think it would make somebody's great best friend. He just he needs the chance to, and 4 years old, there's a lot of mileage in that doggy. So, and he spent almost a year of it in a kennel. So
Low mileage. It's not a lot of mileage.
I mean, a
He
low
has
mileage.
low mileage.
I
Yeah,
mean,
a lot
low
of
mileage.
mileage left.
I said that's what I said. A lot of miles left. That's what I meant. Anyway, so yeah.
He's a low miles dog. Air fully loaded.
You should actually just like have. We have
It
some
comes with the air conditioned and heated seats.
Wow. Do not ride dogs.
Do not.
What about Great Danes?
No, you can ride them.
Is there anything else that I should add into this? So thank you for listening and following. I do want to plug one thing also before I give you my handles. Is we're doing a benefit for local animal shelters coming up in September. So that's your John, buddy.
Go ahead. Pronounce the hockey company. Go ahead.
You gonna say it?
Lead.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Lead Hockey is going to be sponsoring, and Cats Construction will be and Mugabug.
Go Birds.
All of
Mugabug.
our family stuff is going to be supporting and involved. And I will be bringing Gemma, if anybody's local and wants to meet Gemma. Also, if you don't follow me now, I'm on Instagram at short_legs_for_letter U. And then on TikTok,
Number 4.
There goes all your following.
Number
No
4.
following. No one's following that. Too many underscores.
Letter U, not number U.
number U.
Yeah, you gotta be one of those.
I
Like,
mean, letter U.
click the link below.
Yeah.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like
Yeah,
button.
unfortunately, you're gonna have to smash the like button.
Yeah,
unless
fuck,
you want to put.
smash
And
the-
just remember, without you guys, we don't have this thing.
Yeah.
All right. And then on my YouTube is at Short Legs for You. 4, number 4, U, letter U. And
Yeah.
also
We're building
You
TikTok.
gotta be like Destiny, like we cut it out.
Yeah.
You gotta be like
For-
short legs for you.
Yeah. And then my Facebook, Short Legs for You. TikTok, Short Legs for You. That's it.
All right.
Good burp.
Say goodbye or whatever.
Bye.
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 Bye.